Hi, and welcome to Season 2 of That's Ruddy Mysterious, a podcast of short tales about true mysteries. What created the Potomsky Crater? Who was involved in the 1963 Great Train Robbery? I'm not going to solve those mysteries, but they'll be interesting to learn about. I'm your host, Kelly with an I. Transcripts and references for all episodes can be found at that'sruddymysterious.wordpress.com. No apostrophe and no exclamation point. Today's tale is about the monster with 21 faces. At about 9 p.m. on March 18, 1984, two masked men used a stolen key to enter the home of Katsuhisa Izaki, the president of the Izaki Glico Confectionery Company in Japan. They had gotten the key from his mother's home next door. The men were armed with a pistol and a rifle, although these may have been toy guns. They tied up Izaki's wife and his 7-year-old daughter. Izaki's wife offered them money to release the family, but the men said, "Be quiet, money is irrelevant." Izaki had been bathing. The men burst in and abducted him from his home. They brought him to a warehouse in Ibaraki, Osaka. Once there, the men demanded about 1 billion yen and 220 gold bullion in ransom. After 3 days, the ransom had not yet been paid when Izaki was able to escape his captors. The police were never able to identify the culprits, and so began the 17-month reign of terror of the monster with 21 faces, often referred to as the Glico Morinaga case. A few weeks later, a group of people set several vehicles at the Izaki Glico Company's headquarters on fire. On April 8, 1984, a letter was sent to Izaki Glico, the Hyogo Prefecture Police Headquarters, and all of the Osaka newspaper Mainichi Sanaki headquarters. The letters were postmarked in Osaka on April 7th, sometime between noon and 6 p.m. There were no stamps on the letters. The letters asked the police if they were stupid, as the police had so many people trying to catch them but weren't having any success. They asked what the police were even doing. They also offered some clues. They said the car that was used to abduct Izaki was gray, and that they had purchased the food fed to him during his captivity at a large supermarket chain called Daiei. They ended the note by asking if they should also kidnap the head of the prefecture police. The note was signed "The Monster with 21 Faces," which seemed to be a reference to a character from the 1963 novel The Fiend with 20 Faces, written by Edogawa Ranpo. On April 16, 1984, someone found a plastic container full of hydrochloric acid inside Izaki Glico's company building in Ibaraki. On April 23rd, another letter was sent to Mainichi and Sankei newspapers and the Koshiin police station. This one was postmarked from Kawachi, East Osaka on April 21st, and the sender was listed as abductor. The note read, "To the police fools, you shouldn't lie. If you lie, you steal. I also sent this to the Koshiin police. Why are you lying? Don't hide things. Why are you complaining? You guys are having such a hard time, so I will give you a hint. I entered the factory from the side staff entrance. The typewriter we used is a pan writer. The plastic container used was a piece of street garbage. It was signed, Monster with 21 Faces." In mid-May, the Monster with 21 Faces sent a threat that they would place several cyanide-laced packs of Glico candy on store shelves. Worried about their customers, and without knowing what kind of candy might be laced, Glico recalled all of their candy. Because of this, Glico lost about $130 million in sales and had to lay off about 1,000 workers. No evidence was ever found that any Glico products had ever been laced. This seemed to be the end of the torment for Katsuhisa Izaki, but it was far from the end of the torment for Japan. In September of 1984, the Monster with 21 Faces began targeting another confectioner company called Morinaga, as well as the food companies Marode Ham and House Food Corporation. An October letter that was sent to Morinaga claimed to have added cyanide to 20 boxes of Morinaga sweets. They said the boxes were left in stores from Hakata to Tokyo. The note also claimed that the perpetrators left notes in the boxes warning customers. Following this letter, the police found poison boxes of Morinaga candy on store shelves. The boxes had notes on them that said, "Danger, contains poison. You'll die if you eat this. the mystery man with 21 faces. The letter Tomorrow Die Ham tried to extort 100 million yen from the company. It said that the police still hadn't caught the monster with 21 faces, although they had been to the house of one of the perpetrators, but left after asking the names of the family members and asking what color car they drove. In November, the monster with 21 faces sent a letter to the House Food Corporation saying, "We are the culprits involved in the Glico and Morinaga incidents. If you do not want to become another Glico and Morinaga, put out the cash. If you do not respond, we will poison your products." The police investigated and found some clues. They found audio of a woman and a child demanding money on behalf of the group. The police released this audio to the public in hopes that someone would be able to identify the voices. The police also found security footage of a man placing Glico candy on a shelf. They dubbed this man the videotaped man. This man was never positively identified. A bystander noticed a man acting suspiciously during an attempted money drop. They called him the Fox-Eyed Man. This man was also never positively identified. During another cash drop, the police saw the Fox-Eyed Man. They tried to make chase, but police headquarters told them to stand down and they ended up losing him. The idea behind headquarters' decision was that they should wait for whoever came to pick up the cash and confront that person instead. The police noticed the man speeding away in a Nissan Skyliner. Later that night, the police found the station wagon idling with its headlights off. An officer attempted to approach the car, but when the Fox-Eyed Man noticed the officer, he sped away. The officers had lost him again. A few hours later, the vehicle was found abandoned. It had been stolen, so there was no way to trace the man. On August 7, 1985, the stress of the case of the monster with 21 faces became too much for the head of the Shiga Prefecture Police, Shoji Yamamoto, to bear. He self-immolated at 59 years old. After his death, the monster with 21 faces sent their final letter. Yamamoto, Shiga Prefecture Police died. How stupid of him. We've got no friends or secret hiding places in Shiga. It's Yoshino or Shikata who should have died. What have they been doing for as long as 1 year and 5 months? Don't let bad guys like us get away with it. There are many more fools who want to copy us. No career Yamamoto died like a man, so we decided to give our condolence. We decided to forget about torturing food-making companies. If anyone blackmails any of the food-making companies, it's not us, but someone copying us. We are bad guys. This means we've got more to do other than bullying companies. It's fun to lead a bad man's life. Monster with 21 faces. That was the last time anyone heard from the group. 17 months after the kidnapping of Katsuhisa Izaki, the monster with 21 faces was done. The police investigated 125,000 people, including everyone from the Yakuza mob to the North Koreans. They took particular interest in Manabu Miyazaki, a Yakuza boss. He looked similar to both the Fox-Eyed Man and the videotaped man. His alibis, however, cleared him, and he swore his innocence until his death in 2022. The police were never able to identify anyone in the group. By now, the statute of limitations has run out, so even if they were identified, they couldn't be charged. Who was, or were, the monster with 21 faces? Why did they say they'd place cyanide in Glico candies but never do so? Why did they terrorize Japan for 17 months? What do you think?
Thanks for listening to today's episode of That's Ready Mysterious. I'm your host, Kelly with an I. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a review and follow That's Ready Mysterious to be updated about new episodes. Tune in next Tuesday for another thought-provoking tale.